Imagine this. On a beautiful morning, you decide to switch up your usual breakfast with a plate of hot, fragrant sweet potatoes, thinking you've just chosen a meal that's both affordable and healthy. But then, out of nowhere, a friend taps you on the shoulder and whispers, "Eating too many sweet potatoes isn't good. They're full of starch, and you might spike your blood sugar." In that moment, doubt starts creeping in. So, are sweet potatoes really the miracle food for weight loss and digestion that so many people praise? Or are they just a double-edged sword silently causing harm if consumed the wrong way? And is it true that people with diabetes, or those trying to manage their weight, should stay away from sweet potatoes? What if I told you that this humble rustic tuber actually holds nutritional secrets that 90% of people misunderstand? Would you want to find out? If so, stay with me until the end of this video. Not only will I clear up the most common misconceptions about sweet potatoes, but I'll also reveal the scientifically proven ways to eat them, so your body stays healthy, your risk of illness drops, and even those managing chronic conditions like diabetes can benefit. Before we dive in, why don't you drop a comment below and tell me, do you think eating sweet potatoes every day is good or bad? I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts on this seemingly simple food that hides so much more than meets the eye. Alright, back to the main story. Sweet potatoes. They might seem like nothing special, just another common root vegetable grown in fields and eaten to ward off hunger in tough times. But behind that humble appearance lies a treasure trove of nutrients that even some of the priciest superfoods would tip their hats to. Why is that? Why is this so-called poor man's food actually a golden ingredient in disease prevention, digestive support, immune boosting, and even improving eyesight? And more importantly, how should we eat sweet potatoes to get the most out of these benefits without turning them into a hidden health hazard? All those answers are coming up in this video, with clear, easy-to-follow explanations and practical tips you can apply to your daily meals. So, stay tuned, pay close attention, and don't skip a second. You won't want to miss any of this information.
Unlocking the nutritional treasure of sweet potatoes. Speaking of sweet potatoes, surely all of us have tasted this humble dish at least once. Whether it's those nostalgic afternoons with the scent of roasted sweet potatoes by a charcoal stove or rushed mornings with a few slices of boiled sweet potato to fill our stomachs before school or work. But sweet potatoes are far more than just an old-fashioned, filling snack. Today, scientists have labeled them a superfood. And why is that? First, picture this. In just 100 grams of sweet potato, roughly 4 small pieces the size of your palm, there are only about 87 calories. To make that easier to picture, you'd burn off those calories just by walking briskly or jogging for around 1 kilometer. That means if you're following a diet to lose weight, stay fit, or maintain your figure, sweet potatoes are your friendly companion, easily deserving a spot on your daily menu. But even more impressive is what makes sweet potatoes truly special: their unique nutritional profile. Sweet potatoes are made up of 77% water, helping to keep you hydrated and support your body's detox processes. The rest is packed with valuable components like 1.6 grams of protein, nearly 21 grams of carbohydrates, including 53% starch and 32% simple and complex sugars. And not to forget, 3 grams of fiber, which is like gold for maintaining a healthy digestive system, preventing constipation, and creating an ideal environment for good gut bacteria to thrive. Here's a simple way to picture it. The fiber in sweet potatoes works like tiny brooms, quietly sweeping out your colon, carrying away waste and supporting smooth digestion. Beyond that, sweet potatoes also contain a very special type of starch known as resistant starch, making up about 11%. This type of starch isn't fully broken down when it enters the small intestine. Instead, it becomes a favorite food source for beneficial bacteria in the large intestine. As a result, your gut microbiome becomes healthier, your ability to absorb nutrients improves, and the risk of digestive issues decreases. But are all the starches in sweet potatoes good? The answer is no. Sweet potatoes contain both fast-digesting and slow-digesting starches. About 9% are slow-digesting starches, a valuable kind that helps stabilize blood sugar levels, making sweet potatoes a good choice for people on low-carb diets and even those with diabetes. However, on the flip side, the fast-digesting starches can cause blood sugar spikes if you eat too much at once, especially when you eat hot, freshly cooked sweet potatoes.
This is exactly why so many people misunderstand sweet potatoes. They assume that eating more must be better, without realizing the need for balance, which can lead to unwanted weight gain and blood sugar spikes. So with all this knowledge about their nutritional makeup, why aren't we making the most of sweet potatoes to nourish our bodies, instead of just treating them as a simple snack to curb hunger? Before we dive deeper into the scientifically backed ways to eat sweet potatoes, drop a comment below and share your experience. How do you usually enjoy sweet potatoes? Roasted, boiled, or fried? And have you ever heard of resistant starch in sweet potatoes before? I have a feeling there are plenty of surprising insights waiting for you just ahead, breaking down each benefit and how to eat sweet potatoes the right way. If someone asked me, out of all the healthy foods out there, why sweet potatoes are often praised as the ginseng of the poor, my answer would be simple: because they care for the human body from the inside out, from the digestive system and eyesight to skin health, immunity, and especially for those facing difficult issues like diabetes, obesity, or cancer risks. Let's start with gut health, because that's where 70% of our immune system resides. As mentioned earlier, sweet potatoes are rich in soluble fiber and resistant starch. These elements don't just relieve constipation and help flush out waste, but they also create the perfect environment for beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium to flourish. When these beneficial bacteria thrive, not only does chronic constipation improve, but inflammation decreases, nutrient absorption increases, and your body's ability to fend off illness gets stronger. Here's a real-world example. For anyone who frequently experiences stomach discomfort, bloating, gas, or irregular bowel movements, simply adding 100 g of sweet potatoes to your daily diet for around 7 to 10 days can bring noticeable changes. Your stomach will feel lighter, and those trips to the bathroom will become smoother and more comfortable. But that's not all. Sweet potatoes are also packed with beta-carotene, the precursor to vitamin A, known for its ability to protect and support eyesight. If you're someone who spends hours in front of computer screens or phones, or you regularly feel eye strain, dryness, or blurred vision in the evenings, adding roasted or boiled sweet potatoes to your day is a natural solution to help shield your windows to the soul from risks like macular degeneration or dry eyes.
So, what about people with diabetes? Should they eat sweet potatoes? This is probably one of the most common concerns. Many assume that sweet potatoes are loaded with starch and will inevitably raise blood sugar levels. But the truth isn't that simple. Sweet potatoes have a medium glycemic index, GI, which means that if eaten in reasonable portions and prepared properly, they can actually help stabilize blood sugar better than common starches like white rice or bread. In fact, sweet potatoes contain slow-digesting starches that release sugars gradually into the bloodstream, avoiding dangerous spikes in blood sugar levels after meals, a crucial benefit for anyone managing diabetes. So rather than stressing over what to eat for breakfast or snacks, people with diabetes can absolutely include a small serving of boiled sweet potatoes in their diet, as long as it's kept under 100 g per meal and paired with greens and healthy proteins for balance. And finally, what places sweet potatoes in the ranks of superfoods is their powerful antioxidant capacity, which helps prevent cancer. Research has shown that sweet potatoes, especially the purple variety, are loaded with high levels of antioxidants like anthocyanins and vitamin C. These substances neutralize free radicals, which are silent troublemakers that damage cells and are at the root of chronic diseases like cancer and heart disease. However, sweet potatoes can only work their magic if we eat them properly. So, what exactly does it mean to eat sweet potatoes the right way? First, prioritize steamed, boiled, or roasted sweet potatoes with the skin on, and avoid fried versions as much as possible. High heat and oils can destroy many of the beneficial compounds in sweet potatoes. Second, only eat sweet potatoes during the daytime, preferably in the morning or afternoon. Avoid eating them at night, as their high fiber content can cause bloating and discomfort. Third, never eat sweet potatoes on an empty stomach, as their natural acids can irritate your stomach lining and cause pain. And finally, always remember that moderation is key. No matter how good sweet potatoes are, eating more than 300-400 g per day can still lead to weight gain and blood sugar spikes, especially in people with sensitive metabolisms. For those of you watching this video, why not share your own experiences in the comments? Have you ever felt bloated or uncomfortable after eating sweet potatoes? And what's your favorite way to prepare them? Who knows? Your experience might just help someone else reading through the comments.
Comparing sweet potatoes with other starches and call to action. Now, if someone asked you, which is better, sweet potatoes or white rice? How would you answer? Let's break it down to see why sweet potatoes have earned their title as a golden food, recommended by more and more nutritionists, especially for healthy diets, weight loss, and managing chronic health conditions. Picture this. For every 100 g of food, white rice contains about 130 calories, mostly made up of fast-digesting starches that spike your blood sugar rapidly. Meanwhile, sweet potatoes sit at just 87 calories. Plus, they bring along fiber, vitamins, and minerals. White rice barely has any fiber and offers little else nutritionally, whereas sweet potatoes come with a whole ecosystem of nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin C, potassium, copper, and even powerful antioxidants that protect cells from aging and damage. And what about potatoes? A cousin in the root vegetable family, sweet potatoes take the lead here as well. When eaten with the skin, they have a lower glycemic index, more fiber, and notably higher antioxidant levels, especially if you choose purple sweet potatoes. As for white bread or processed noodles made from refined grains, unfortunately, these foods lose nearly all their fiber and have high glycemic indexes, making you feel hungry again quickly and causing you to overeat. This leads to weight gain, blood sugar spikes, and a higher risk of developing metabolic disorders. So if you're looking for a clean, healthy starch that keeps you full longer and supports weight control, sweet potatoes are undoubtedly a top pick. But I know some of you are still wondering, is eating sweet potatoes every day really good? Or can you just keep eating more and more sweet potatoes without worry? The answer is no. No matter how healthy sweet potatoes are, balance is everything. Sweet potatoes work best as part of a varied diet, combined with leafy greens, quality proteins, and healthy fats. And if you have diabetes or are trying to lose weight, prioritize eating sweet potatoes in the morning or afternoon, and make sure to stay active to keep your blood sugar stable, so you don't end up overdoing it because of a hungry eyes, full stomach situation.
Now, here's a little challenge for you. Try replacing your breakfast or lunch with sweet potatoes for 7 consecutive days and see how your body responds. Is your skin smoother? Does your stomach feel lighter? Are your bowels happier? And most importantly, did you shed a bit of weight? Share your results in the comments below. I can't wait to read about your journey and see what changes you notice. And if this video has helped you better understand sweet potatoes, from their nutritional profile to how to eat them properly and how they compare to other common starches, don't forget to hit like to support the channel, click subscribe so you never miss out on more valuable health tips, and share this video with your friends and family so they can learn how to enjoy sweet potatoes in the healthiest, most delicious way possible. Remember, sometimes the key to feeling healthier and looking younger doesn't come from expensive supplements or imported superfoods. It might just be sitting right there on your kitchen table, in the form of a simple, steaming, purple sweet potato. See you in the next video, where I'll keep uncovering the hidden secrets of familiar foods you thought you already knew all about.